y'all, we are trying out a new concealer today. It's actually for concealing, highlighting, contouring, covering up imperfections in general. This is the Catrice Slimmatic Camouflage Stick. It says it's high coverage, water and sweat proof. I'm gonna go ahead and let you know that these are not waterproof in my opinion. I have used them several times now, and just runny eyes, anything like that, it does separate on me, so that claim. And we'll get into the high coverage part into the video. I use these as foundation and concealer today. These are $6.99 and I got them in store at Ulta. So if you guys are new to my channel, I use all natural lighting here. I don't want any artificial lights or ring lights to blur out my skin. I want you guys to see my skin for how it is. All of my redness, all of my pores, and I want you guys to see if the products actually cover that. So no artificial lights here, just sunlight. That's all we're using. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope you subscribe and click that bell, and let's hop in. So what we're gonna do is we are going to try this as foundation. It says perfect for covering, contouring, and highlighting, so we're gonna try. Now, you guys, these are so tiny. This is a Physicians Formula lipstick. Look at this. Like, there's nothing to these. So I have these shades 030 and 020. So let me see here. All right, this is our darker one. Let me get a mirror. That's helpful. So I'm just gonna put this all over the skin and hope that it works. I have used this as concealer before, so we'll get into some details, but I wanted to see how it would work as foundation. I think the size of them is pretty good for highlighting and contouring. I'm gonna mix both the colors just to see what we're getting here. Now let's try to blend them out. These are supposed to be super full coverage, but I can tell you under the eyes, for me, they're not super full coverage. They're probably medium coverage. You can see here on my skin that it's not covering my redness super well. You can still see all of my imperfections. I'm gonna say as foundation, we're getting pretty light coverage. Huh. I think that the super full coverage claim is way off. Sorry guys, my camera rudely cut out, but they've had a lot of full coverage products, but I don't think this is one of them. And like, this is supposed to be super concentrated, really high coverage, and I just don't think that is the case. I wanted to try it on the face just to see it all around, and I mean, I can put foundation over top. That is what I'm going to do because this is low coverage for me, like really low coverage. They blended out nicely. I did have my skin really moisturized and really primed. I also use the e.l.f. Hydrating Primer Serum. With sticks, sometimes they don't blend as easily as I would like. This one blended really well. You guys seen that. But as far as coverage goes, it's just really light coverage. I think if you want light coverage, this is fast and easy, but I mean, the claim high coverage, it's their biggest claim. It's kind of what they're promoting it as, and it just does not have that. So I'm gonna show you guys what concealer looks like. Let's throw on a little bit of actual foundation first. I'm gonna use the VDL Perfect Lasting Foundation. Throw a little bit of that on the skin. I just put some on my palette here, and I'm just going to rub it on the skin. I don't want a whole lot of coverage today, but You guys know I like my redness to be covered. Gonna use a sponge for this. This is damp. I don't want the skin to look too overdone. I want my eyes to really be the focal point. But like I said, I still want enough coverage that, you know, I feel comfortable going out. I definitely want my redness covered. I think the skin looks really, really good, but I don't really think that those are high coverage at all. I mean, at all. That's probably the most disappointing coverage-wise in a while. Like, it's just not there at all. Just one quick layer is all I'm going to do. I'll even out the chest and the neck with the face once we get everything on. So I'm gonna take the lighter of the two. This is 020, and I'm gonna put a pretty good layer under the eyes. Like I said, I have used this before and it's definitely not my favorite. Start out with that. I'm going to use my sponge and start pushing this right into the skin. I'm going to take it up on the nose. And for a stick, this does blend out really, really nicely, really easily. But even in a concentrated area with quite a bit, it is still not high coverage. It is not, I wouldn't even say it's full coverage. I think it's more along the lines of high medium coverage to medium. And if you used a small amount of it, it's light coverage. I'm going to go ahead and build this up a bit more because I want more coverage under the eyes. So this is our second layer. I'm going to do the same thing, push it into the skin. I think with our second layer, we get to, I would say, low full coverage. I can still see some of my imperfections coming through, but it's covered enough. So that is with two full decent layers. I wouldn't really call them super thick layers, but that was a good amount of product. And especially for this little bit of product, like, that's nothing. And you're using quite a bit to get to decent coverage. I mean, there's just not any product in here. You get 0.03 ounces in each of these. That is nothing. Okay, I'm gonna go off camera. This is our base. I think it looks nice with everything done. I did have to put foundation over top. We did have to build this for decent coverage. So I'm gonna go off camera, do the face, and then we are gonna finish talking about these products. Okay guys, so this is the finished face with our little camouflage sticks. I don't like these. I don't think they are worth the money. I think that a regular concealer, the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, or my NYX Born to Glow, these blow these out of the water. I can absolutely get deeper colors in this and use it as a foundation and a concealer. These, they just have no product in them. And the biggest thing for me is if this was so high coverage that a little bit went such a long way, it would make sense. But they don't. You guys seen, it's really light coverage. So that just really kind of blew it for me. But I don't recommend these. Like I said, there's so many other drugstore concealers that are so much better than these. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm sorry, Catrice has just been a bust for me these past few products. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, I hope you subscribe and click that bell, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye guys.